State, a visionary leader and advocate for cultural reawakening. Dame Madueke has been at the forefront of redefining how Enugu tells its story to the world. And today we explore the new narrative in the tourism and hospitality industry under Mbaz administration. And we also assess the strides, the challenges, and the triumphs in the last 2 years. Dame Ugochi Mareke, good to have you this morning.
Good morning.
Okay, let's start with looking at the vision and strategy. 2 years into the Mba administration, what, in your opinion, will you say is the core vision driving the transformation of Enugu's culture and tourism sector?
Thank you for this question. Our vision is very simple, and that is to make Enugu the tourism hub, a destination, the best place to live for leisure, for business, and of course, for tourism. Our target is to have His Excellency wants 3 million people in Enugu, but I told him that is too small because of what we are doing. With what we are doing, we should be expecting at least 6 million people into Enugu every year.
There are projections that in the next 4 years, Enugu will double its population. So you agree with that?
I do. I do. This is a movement. I do.
Wow. Okay, so the repositioning, has it started or is it going to start?
It has already started. It has started already. We've been there for 2 years now. At inception, what we did as a ministry is, first of all, what we met on ground was potentials, but we have moved the narratives from potentials to actualization. We have visited the tourist sites. We have identified over 85 of them.
85?
More than 85, actually, my brother. Enugu is blessed. Enugu is blessed.
I was thinking of maybe just 20 something.
No. We have minimum. I have visited about 85.
Wow.
Yes. And then after we identified these potentials, we went further and went into actualization. So as we speak now, we have divided them into phases. For the first phase, we are targeting the ones very close to Enugu Metropole, talking about the Nsude Pyramid, talking about Dungo Pine Forest, which is about just 10 to 15 minutes drive from Enugu Center, talking about Akuke, the Akuke Sand Beach, which we are turning into a water park and animal sanctuary for the Atapo side. And then talking about Ovu Lake. I'm sure you don't know about this.
No. Even the Nsude
Excuse me.
Pyramid, I've not had that.
You've never heard about the Nsude Pyramid. The Nsude Pyramid is actually believed to be older than Egyptian pyramid.
Wow.
Yes. It is believed to be older than Egyptian pyramid. So we have moved, like I said, from potentials to actualization. It's no longer conversation. We have moved to construction. So I think I've answered your question on that.
Have you started any work on this site?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have. We've identified the sites. We have discussed with the communities, the stakeholders of each community, because you cannot do anything without the involvement of the communities. We have told them to take ownership. I mean, I cannot come from Oji River to come and watch over something that is Ngwo, for instance. So it is their own. It is our own. Okay. So the ESCO last week, few days back, approved the funds for the construction of these sites. So we are starting with the first phase, like I told you. By the second phase, we'll be looking at Ezimo Waterfall. We'll be looking at the oldest smelting site in the world. Is in Ledger. It is in Ledger. So we'll be looking at Ledger. We'll be looking at Ezeago, where you have not just the hot and cold water, not just the lakes, okay, but also the caves and the Ebechukubire. Yes, it is in Ezeago, in Oha to be precise. Okay, so then we will look beyond Ezeago. We'll also look at Obu, where you have almost all the waterfalls apart from Ohum. And Ohum, Okpato, there's a waterfall in Okpato. There's in Ungo, there's in Ezimo. So apart from these four, okay, the other waterfalls, you find them in Ogu.
Wow.
Yes, so we'll look beyond just Enugu and then go into the villages for the other ones. Of course, I won't forget Oji River, where I come from.
What is in Nigeria?
Everything is in Oji River. You remember where the Queen visited?
Okay.
Yes, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, when he visited Oji River, we took him to the river where you call the main Oji River. And when she got there, she screamed, "Wonderful!" I mean, if the Queen could see the wonders, not just in Oji, but in Enugu State, why can't we harness these potentials and turn all of them into money-yielding ventures?
All right, our people don't know tourism, okay? They don't understand it. And each time we talk about tourism, somebody probably feels it's not my business. But from what you've said so far, one, I could sense excitement in your voice. So you walk us through from here, where we are now, so people can catch up with you. We'll try to catch up where you are. And then let's imagine the completion of all the story sites.
Whoa.
Okay, and then let's try to see what it will bring about, what it will make turn Enugu into.
Okay, prior to this administration, like you rightly said, nobody, I make bold to say, nobody takes tourism serious, not just in Enugu, but nationwide. Because what we are complaining here, the Federal Ministry of Arts and Culture and Tourism is also complaining about the same thing. But with the advent of His Excellency Dr. Peter Ndubuisi, because of his dynamic leadership and for the fact that he understands that tourism is the next oil.
Next oil.
Yes, tourism is the next oil. So we delved into it. And then, like I said, we moved from just potentials to actualization. His Excellency has visited these sites.
Himself?
Yes. He was at Ngwo. He was at Nsude. He was at Okpato. He was at Ohum. Now, I will take these sites one by one.
Okay.
So, follow me as we walk down. We'll start from the nearest one.
Okay.
I think that should be Ngwo Pine Forest.
Pine Forest.
Yes, Ngwo Pine Forest
is a line wait for quite some time.
Yes, I mean, but people still go there for photo shoots, you know, for musical shootings and stuff. So, what we want to do in Ngwo Pine Forest, we don't want to just leave it as it is. We are going to build a canopy, a zip line that will measure about 300 meters from the pine.
Some of those are not educated. What is the zip line?
Google it. Because I mean, I don't know how to show you what zip line looks like. Okay, so we are having a zip line for those who are adventurous, for the youth And then it's not for the faint-hearted. Okay, so we'll have the zip line in Ngwo Pine Forest going down to the waterfall. And then for those who cannot, who do not have the courage,
Whichever waterfalls.
the one at Ngwo now, we are in Ngwo Pine Forest.
Okay.
So Ngwo Pine Forest is made up of the pine forest and the waterfall.
Okay.
So we want to build steps. We called it 500 steps to tranquility.
Yeah?
Yes. So you just walk down to the waterfall, or you use the zip line.
Okay. That's if you can dare it.
If you can dare it. I'm looking forward to it. If you can dare it, you use the zip line. If you cannot, you gently and quietly walk down to the waterfall. We called it 500 steps to tranquility.
Wow.
Now we looked around the pine forest again. We said, no, we are going to have rotundas.
Now you're speaking big grammar.
They're not big grammar, they are just nomenclature. They're just names.
People like the village.
Excuse me. Okay, let me come down to Enugu. Okay, yeah? Fine. So
today is Children's Day.
today is Children's Day. Happy Children's Day to all our wonderful children out there. So rotunda is like, have you seen like a bush bar?
Yes, like a bush bar.
Okay, fine. So have you seen like a big hunt?
Yes.
You've seen a big hut?
Yes.
So I'm just trying to give you an idea of what a rotunda means. Okay, so we'll have the big ones and the small ones where people can gather, where people can go in. There also we'll have what we'll call experience center. Now you walk in, after you must have gone round, after you must have had fun, you come to the experience center to tell us.
Oh, listen and go.
Yes, inside the pine forest. And then the same thing applies to all the sites, not just Ngwo. In every site, we will have no. You won't have rotundas in every site, but you will have experience center.
Okay.
You have experience center in all the sites. You have the gate, the main gate, which is where you pay before you come in. Remember, I forgot to tell you something. Before now, this ministry was never regarded as a revenue generating ministry.
Okay. I think it was just about cultural truth.
Entertainment, nothing more. Okay. But His Excellency said, no. In fact, we are moving from 4 billion to 30 billion. I can tell you that tourism is expected to generate at least 25 to 30% of this 30 billion. Okay, so we'll have gate and access gate. Everywhere will be fenced.
Okay.
Every site will be fenced. There will be maximum security. The road network will be top notch. Okay, so that's what you are having in every site. Now, since I came in here, when I was talking about the steps to tranquility, something came to my mind which I think we should actually do, having like a spa very close to the waterfall in Ngwo. Imagine when you're having yes, so who knows like better thing? You know, imagine having your massage and then the waterfall is there.
Wow.
You know, so that is it from Ngwo. Now I take you to Nsude. Nsude is where we have the pyramid, and like I said, that this pyramid, from what we have seen and what we have heard, happens to be older than the Egyptian pyramid. There are 10 in numbers.
10?
Yes, and then I understand that it's actually is situated at Uguto, to be precise. Now, I understand that Uguto or Nsude as a village has 10 villages.
And they have 10 pyramids.
Signifying the 10 pyramids. Okay, so what have we decided to do? In that pyramid, we will leave it as it is now. Okay, and now have a replica of what it used to be. The last time, because you maintain it, the last time it was maintained was in 1935.
Oh, my dad was born.
Yes, it was in 1935,
Wow.
which is a very long time. So we are going to have a replica, and then of course we won't remodel, but we will revamp the old ones and still try as much as possible to maintain the natural state. So we looked at it, we said no, we cannot have only pyramid in Nsude. What about the Uguto? Beside the Uguto, you have a virgin forest, a forest that no hunter has ever entered, no farming has been done there. It's a virgin forest. It's also in Uguto. So we decided that let us have a canopy walkway. This canopy walkway will be the first in Southeast. And I forgot to mention that the zip line in Ungo will be the first in Nigeria. Yes. So we decided to have a canopy walkway in Nsude, taking off from the Uguto and then going across and over the it's not an evil forest, the virgin forest, and then landing at the pyramid. By doing that, we are enhancing the place.
Sounds like fairy tale.
It's not fairy tale, it's happening. No, it's not fairy tale. You see, that's why they don't take tourism serious. And that's why we are still where we are today. But the narratives are changing.
You know, they say it sounds too good to be true. Then some other person,
guess what?
It sounds too good.
No. I mean, with what His Excellency has done, there's nobody in Nigeria. I don't want to just limit him to Enugu. There's nobody in Nigeria who does not know that His Excellency Dr. Peter Ndubuisimba means business. And whatever he says, he does. I mean, the fund has already been approved.
Wow.
Yes. In fact, before the end of this week, we'll start work in these sites. And he has instructed us that the 4 sites must go on excuse me, simultaneously.
4 sites?
Yes. Ngwo, Nsude, Okpatu, and Ohum.
So by the end of this year, by Christmas, we should have some of them ready?
Before Christmas, he has actually given us an ultimatum to get them ready by August. That's the truth. Okay, but not all will be ready by
Christmas
August.
in Enugu this year
will be dirty December. 30 December.
Wow.
Now, also in this Nsude, if I say this one now, you say I'm speaking big grammar, we will have what we call rendezvous. Again, they are just small huts, you know, round the hill, which will serve as a guest house or a chalet. Okay, we'll leave Uguto and
then the
Nsude.
close market for this place in Cross River.
Ubudu.
Hey, you don't close your market.
We'll leave Uguto. We'll come to Ohum. Ohum is actually our flagship.
Wow.
Yes. Ohum stands on 30 feet. No, 30 meters. Ohum is on 30 meters. You know, so Ohum is just an amazing and an awesome place to be. It has healing powers, the water. It is spiritual. You don't go to a home waterfall and remain the same. Yes. So again, we looked at it. Remember, we have a home monastery. We looked at it and we said, no, this is a money minting site. But we have been wasting it. So the good news is this. If you go to a home waterfall now, you will park your car at the monastery. And then you will walk for at least 1 hour before you can get to the waterfall.
Okay.
But you know what we do in this government? We disrupt the status quo.
Yes.
So we went beyond the monastery to create a new road, a new access road, which instead of now going through 9th Mile, you go through Nike.
Nike.
Yes.
Okay.
Through the Enugu East local government headquarters. Okay. I want to say a big thank you, not just to His Excellency, but to beloved Dan.
Yeah.
And also to Hygienist Agun, the executive chairman of Udi local government, they helped us. Beloved and cleared the road from Nike down to Ohum.
If somebody is sensitive to development.
Yes, while Hygienist Agun did the same thing from Okpatu to Ohum. Meaning that now we are developing a new area. You see, that place we now call the best tourist attraction in Enugu. Because from there, from that road, once you park your car, it takes you less than 10 minutes. 10 minutes walk, and you are inside the waterfall. Wow. I mean, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. From that waterfall now, you also connect the Okpato Hill. Okpato Hill is the highest point in Enugu. It's actually called Ugulerenku. Ugulerenku. It is the highest point in Enugu, measuring 580 meters above sea level. And then we looked at it, we said, no, we can't leave this just like this. We can't leave it lying fallow. So we decided to have the cross. We called it Cross of Hope.
Cross of Hope.
Cross of Hope. Remember that our home is spiritual. So, but we couldn't get the height we wanted. Yes. So this Ugulerengu is not far at all. I mean, after home, the next town is Okpato. So we said, let's have the highest cross in Africa there. So this cross is about 14 floors.
14 floors?
Yes.
That's massive.
It's huge.
Wow.
14 floors, and then we are going to have lift for those of you, people like you, who cannot climb. So we'll put a lift there for you. Yes. Now, this cross is about 50 meters. Add it to the 580 meters already existing, you have about 630 meters. Wow. So from there, you will see everywhere in Enugu. His Excellency looked at it and said, this is beautiful, but that he also wants a chapel.
A chapel?
Yes, on that hill. So whatever we have between Ohum and Okpatu is all about God. It's all about faith. It's all about healing. It's all about hope.
I can only imagine the amount of people to be speaking there.
Yes. So I have gotten to the fourth. I've gotten to the fourth site now. Okay, so it will be difficult to do all these things.
Well, you can't talk about all of them today. Because what I've heard so far is amazing.
Yeah, and we have tour buses coming.
What?
Tour buses.
Tour buses.
Tour buses. Yes, double-decker tour buses.
Okay.
Yes, that will convey people to these sites.
Every.
Yes.
Wow. This is serious. Enugu is turning to something else. Okay, let's help the people talk about where people come in tourism, especially because a lot of people will tell you that they put food on our table. Where do the people come in, and what kind of economic transformation is about to happen as a result of...
Where do people come in? These sites are located in our communities, meaning that it actually belongs to these communities.
Okay.
Good. Now, it will create wealth, not just for the state, but for the communities. It will create jobs for the same communities. I'll give you an instance. This Uguto, the forest there, I cannot go into that forest alone. Meaning, we need tour guards. We need the tour guards. Nobody will do it better
than the
owners of the community. So we are not just creating wealth for the state, we are creating wealth for the communities. The women there will sell. Okay. They will sell their food. They will sell their water. They will sell souvenirs. So when you look at the chain reaction, it's going to be awesome. Everybody will benefit from it. And globally, Enugu State will be on the map. It's already on the map. So now Nsude will be on the map. Okpato will be on the map. Ohum is already on the map, but Ohum will now be known even better.
Yeah, because the centers will be projected.
So everybody benefits from it. It's a win-win for all. That's job. That's wealth. That's everything you can think of.
Because when the people troop in, they want to buy something.
They must be hungry.
Okay.
The people must be hungry. So who will bring the food? It is the community.
And they will also want to taste local food.
Of course, they will want to enjoy our gastronomic delights.
Wow, you know, I like conversations around tourism. When the international marathon took place, I had an argument with people. They're like, "What is this man doing?" Okay, but I'm like, "Do you know what it means to host an international marathon? It means that the whole world is watching anything." And then immediately after that, there was another thing, and there was another thing, and it's like Enugu is getting ready. I tell people, I said, you can't count 2 states in Nigeria and not add Enugu. Okay, and it's even on its way to maybe overtaking some other states. Okay, so we need this kind of enlightenment. Okay, so we are seeing a whole lot of things going on in Enugu. Apart from the ones you're mentioning, we're seeing the ICC is completed and events are being hosted there right now. I'm aware of you were at the Tech Fest.
Yeah, and from code to code.
From code to code. And the organizers told me that they surpassed themselves. You know, they had about 18,000 registrations, about 16,000 people in attendance. And so it's like a lot of things are happening all at the same time. And I can't imagine what are we going to have the roadblock this year?
Okay, now that's the way I run my ministry. I divided it into 4. So all I have been telling you is just one, which is ecotourism. We have the hospitality aspect of it, which is where ICC falls in, Presidential Hotel falls in, the ongoing 350 rooms, the 5-star hotel comes in there too. The landmark, Nike Lake Landmark Hotel Resort also comes in there. Okay, now you have taken me to creative economy, which is where roadblock falls in. If you remember vividly, we had roadblock in 2023 December. Yes, yes. After about almost 10 years. Okay, we had it 2023 and 24. It was after the 2023 on that Cola Boy had his own show.
Yeah.
Of course, Jerick has had 2 shows here. This year we've had KC.
Yeah.
Last year December we had MC Monica. Now this year again we are bringing back Fino Fest.
Wow.
Which will be on the 29th
of
December. The big one, OBO 001 of the music industry.
Okay.
He's also having his show here in Enugu on the 10th of October. And then coming back to now Enugu here, you could see that nightlife is back.
Why are they choosing Enugu? Some of them are not.
Because Enugu is safe. Enugu is secured. Enugu is clean. I told you that this thing goes beyond tourism. It is a movement. It is a movement. Everybody is talking about Enugu. Now, of course, you know the MBA conference is going to Enugu. Yes. And then just on Thursday,
the festival?
The
Art Festival.
Yes, the Art Festival is also coming to Enugu from 22nd of November to 29th of November. So it's back to back. coming to this year's roadblock, yes, of course, there will be roadblock this year, but we are not just having a roadblock. There was a summit I attended in Lagos. What did I go there to do? I went to tell them that it is time to look beyond Lagos for 30 December. Who are the people attending this 30 December? Our children from abroad, on Dibo. They are the ones who come home during Christmas. So, the Enugu State government, in partnership with Obi Aseka and also in partnership with Landmark and Fino, we are planning to bring that 30 December to Enugu this Christmas. And it's going to happen. And our beloved roadblock will also take place. Now, culture. Remember, I told you ecotourism, hospitality, creative economy, then arts and culture. Hmong Festival. We will have our Hmong Festival. This year is going to be, we call it Hmong Obe. So, New Heaven, come with your own.
Okay.
Sekuru, come with your own. Obiago, come with your own Hmong. Camp, come with your own. And then, of course, we'll go to the local governments. Everybody come with your own Hmong. You see, Enugu is known when you talk about masquerade. The first thing that comes to your mind is Enugu. So it's a festival, and we're going to harness it this year and show the world what Enugu is made of.
Wow, I can't wait. I just hope Enugu people understand what is going on, because
well,
it could be happening in your daughter. What is going on? Everybody get ready.
Everybody should get ready. I tell you what happens in Calabar. Those who live in Calabar, what it is, they make money once during the carnival. They rent their houses. They prepare for it. So everyone should be prepared for what is about to happen, because it's going to be explosive.
All right, we'll take a short break, and we'll give you an opportunity to ask questions, and also you can make your contribution. Stay with us.
Hey, Chioma, you don't try, oh. That's my chick today, Mama. But you don't type.
Yes, James.